What would you do if you knew you could not fail? Think about it. How many dreams have been buried not because people lacked the talent, but simply because fear of failure stopped them before they even began? Most of the time, it isn't the lack of ability that holds us back, it's the fear of falling short. Welcome back. I'm Mr. Emmanuel, and today we are going to talk about something that silently holds millions of people back from reaching their true potential: fear of failure. Fear of failure is the fear of not reaching expectations, of disappointing others, or of losing something important to us. It's that voice in your head that whispers, "What if I'm not good enough?" Or, "What if I try and fall flat on my face?" The truth is, everyone experiences this fear. Students facing exams, entrepreneurs starting businesses, athletes preparing for competition, and even leaders who seem to have it all together. No matter who we are, this fear can creep in and hold us back. But here's the danger. Fear of failure often doesn't just make us nervous, it paralyzes us. It stops us before we even take the first step, killing opportunities before they're born. So in this video, let's break down where this fear comes from, how it shows up in our lives, and most importantly, how we can rise above it and overcome it. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe right now, because every video we share is designed to strengthen your mind, fuel your confidence, and push you closer to success. And don't just watch. Share this with someone who needs a mindset shift today, and drop a comment telling us what mindset you're working on building. Fear is not always the enemy. It actually comes from our brain trying to protect us. Deep inside, our mind is wired to keep us safe from danger. Thousands of years ago, this fear response helped humans survive. If you saw a wild animal, your brain would instantly warn you, "Run, hide, protect yourself." That survival instinct was necessary. But in today's world, the threats we face are not wild animals. Instead, they are challenges like speaking in public, starting a new business, or chasing a dream. Yet our brain reacts the same way. It warns us, "Don't try, it's too risky, you might fail." This is where fear becomes a trap. The same instinct that once kept us alive now keeps us stuck. Instead of protecting us, it limits us. Fear creates hesitation, and hesitation stops growth. To build a powerful mindset, we must understand this. Survival instinct is about staying safe, but personal growth is about stepping into discomfort. Every time we choose growth over fear, we train our brain to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities. Common signs of fear of failure. Procrastination. One of the clearest signs of fear of failure is procrastination. We delay tasks, not because we are lazy, but because deep down we fear the outcome. We think, "What if I try and I'm not good enough?" So instead of facing that possibility, we push things off for tomorrow. But tomorrow often never comes, and opportunities slip away. Perfectionism. Another common sign is perfectionism. On the surface, it looks like a strength, wanting everything to be flawless. But in reality, perfectionism is often fear in disguise. We keep polishing, editing, and preparing endlessly because starting or finishing feels scary. Self-doubt and negative talk. Fear of failure also shows up in the way we speak to ourselves. Thoughts like, "I'm not smart enough, I'm not ready, I can't do it," become constant background noise. Quitting before starting. Failure is feedback. Failure is not the end of the road. It's information. Every time something doesn't work out, it teaches us what went wrong and what can be improved. Every failure carries a lesson. Behind every failure lies wisdom. The most successful people in the world didn't get everything right the first time. They learned from what went wrong. Success is built on mistakes. Every achievement you admire today stands on a foundation of past mistakes. Without failure, growth is impossible. Practical strategies. Journaling mistakes and lessons learned. One of the most powerful tools to fight. Fear of failure is writing down your mistakes and the lessons you take from them. When you put your experiences on paper, you start to see patterns, you discover what works, and you realize that failure is not the end. It's just part of the journey. A journal turns failure into wisdom you can use for the future, setting smaller, realistic goals. Big dreams are important, but sometimes they feel overwhelming and trigger fear. Each small win builds confidence and proves that progress is possible. focusing on progress instead of perfection. Perfection is an illusion, and chasing it only creates fear and disappointment. Instead, focus on progress, on being better today than you were yesterday. When you shift your mindset from perfection to progress, you allow yourself to grow without the heavy weight of fear holding you back, turning fear into motivation. Fear doesn't always have to be the enemy. It can become your greatest source of energy. When you feel fear, it often means you're stepping outside your comfort zone and pushing your limits. Instead of running from it, you can reframe fear as proof that you are growing. Let it drive you to prepare more, to practice harder, and to sharpen your skills. The nervous energy that fear creates can be turned into focus and determination. Fear becomes less of a barrier and more of a motivator, pushing you to rise higher than you thought possible. Rather than letting fear paralyze you, use it as fuel. Start small, learn fast, keep moving. J.K. Rowling's journey is a typical example of how failure can lead to remarkable success. Before creating the magical world of Harry Potter, she faced numerous setbacks that could have ended her dreams. Instead of giving up, she used each failure as a stepping stone, proving that persistence and resilience can transform obstacles into opportunities. Below are the major failures she faced and how she overcame them. Struggling as a single mother, living in poverty. After her marriage ended, Rowling found herself unemployed, living on welfare, and struggling to support her daughter. She dedicated herself to writing despite financial hardships, using her difficult circumstances as inspiration to create a rich, imaginative world for her stories. Multiple rejections from publishers. Rowling's manuscript for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was rejected by 12 major publishing houses. She persisted and continued refining her work until Bloomsbury accepted it, eventually launching one of the most successful book series in history, Self-Doubt and Depression. During her early writing years, J.K. Rowling suffered from depression and feared she would never succeed as an author. She channeled her emotions into her writing, creating complex characters and magical worlds that resonated with readers worldwide. Facing criticism and skepticism about children's books. Early on, some critics doubted whether a book about a young wizard could be successful or taken seriously. Rowling focused on her audience rather than critics, letting the quality of her storytelling speak for itself. Her books went on to captivate millions. Personal and professional setbacks after initial success. Even after becoming famous, Rowling faced scrutiny and challenges, including public criticism and pressure to maintain her success. She continued writing and expanding her universe, branching into adult fiction and charitable projects, proving resilience and adaptability can sustain long-term success. J.K. Rowling's life demonstrates that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey. Each rejection, hardship, or moment of doubt became a lesson that propelled her to create a magical legacy that inspires millions. Remember, fear is not a wall. It's a sign that you're stepping outside your comfort zone and growing. Every successful person you admire has faced fear, doubts, and setbacks, but they didn't let it stop them. The key is to face your fears head-on, learn from every challenge, and keep moving forward with courage and determination. If you're ready to face your fears and build a powerful mindset, hit that subscribe button, share this video with someone who needs it, and drop a comment below telling me, what's the biggest fear holding you back? Together, we'll conquer fear and turn it into unstoppable success.